this lesson, we'll learn about measuring angle. So suppose we have this question to answer. Out of the three angles here, which angle is greater than which one? So a flashback, just now we've seen a video where Karen is making a comparison using a folded piece of paper that form a right angle with the angles formed by the daily objects such as the floor mat. So what Karen is actually doing is to compare the amount of turning that's formed by this folded paper with the amount of turning that's formed by two joined lines on the floor mat. And she's able to conclude that the angle formed by the floor mat is greater than the right angle. Next, she also compare using the paper and the clothes hanger, and she's able to find that the amount of turning formed by the clothes hanger is smaller than the folded right angle. So to answer this question, if you are able to actually move one of the angle and overlap it with the other, you are able to compare the amount of turning and conclude that angle B is indeed greater than angle A. But what if this is not possible? Then you will need to measure the angle. So to measure an angle, you need the measurement tool called the protractor. So in order to use the protractor, there are some terminologies that you need to be familiar with. First of all, this is the center of the protractor, and this is the baseline or the zero line of the protractor. And we have also learned that the point that the two sides of the angle meet is called a vertex. So with this, we are ready to start to measure an angle. So first of all, you bring your protractor such that the center of the protractor is meeting the vertex of your angle. Next, you align your zero line and make sure that it is on the same line as one of the sides of your angle. And you have to decide to read from the scales of the protractor. There are two scales on the protractor. One is called the inner scale. This is the clockwise scale, right? That's in the inner side of the protractor, starting from 0 to 180. And you have the outer scale that is on the outside of the protractor, going anti-clockwise from 0 to 180. So the scale to use really depend on which scale gives you the 0. So you always start by reading from the 0. In this case, you will read from the outer scale, 0, 10, 20, 30, and a little bit more. So you see that the angle is actually one marking more than 30. Every marking on the protractor is 1 degree. Hence, angle C is 31 degree, right? So this is the unit of measurement for angle. We call it degree. So angle C is 31 degree. We'll do the same to measure angle A. Bring in the protractor. Align the center of the protractor with the vertex of the angle. Rotate the protractor such that the zero line meets one of the side of the angle. Next, decide on the scale to read. In this case, we will read from the inner scale because this is where the 0 starts. So here is 10, 20, 30, 40, and 2 markings more than 40. So this is 42 degree. Angle A is therefore 42 degree. We'll do the same to read angle B. The is already aligned to the vertex of angle B. And similarly, the zero line is also aligned to one of the sides of your angle. So therefore, I can start reading the scale. And similarly, I will also start to read from the inner scale because this is where the 0 starts. So this angle is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, and you can see that it's a bit more than 110, less than 120. But what exactly is the angle after 110? You have to read it from the outer scale. Right? However, in this case, you see that the line is not long enough, and hence it's a bit difficult for you to read from the outer scale. Therefore, what you can do is to extend the line of your angle. So you can actually draw the line longer using your ruler. Make sure the line is straight, and hence you are able to read now. So this 70 is on the same line as 110 in the inner scale, right? So it's 110 and 6 degree more than 110. Therefore, it is 116. So angle B is 116. And there you go. You have the measurement for all three angles. And you're able to tell that angle B is the greatest, followed by angle A, and followed by angle C in descending order. So after you measure your angle, one good practice is also to double check, does it make sense? Like for angle B, you're able to see that this angle is greater than the right angle. It's an obtuse angle. So therefore, if you have a reading that's greater than 90, that makes sense. And for angle A, you see that it is 42. It's less than 90, and you see that the angle is indeed an acute angle, smaller than the right angle. It makes sense too.